orientation video of a 2020 Jayco Melbourne 24 RP. I'm gonna start from the front. I'm working my way around driver's side, come back around the passenger side, stop the video, start another video, and explain everything on the way. From the front, we have the motor compartment. We don't work on the chassis, we don't work on the motor, so there's a few things I will cover in here, but I'm not going to get in depth. Oil fill, easy one. What you will not see in here is something what everybody expects to see, and that is going to be an oil dipstick. Everybody expects to see one. It does not exist in this motor compartment anywhere. Brake fluid, everybody wants to know what this is. Washer fluid, everybody wants to know where it's at. Coolant, and then your nice and friendly DEF. DEF location is under the hood, and it is an additive for your exhaust. You do want to make sure you keep that full. If not, it runs empty. It will not run correctly. It will go into limp mode, and you'll get about 10 or 15 miles at max at 10 or 15 miles per hour. DEF is a diesel exhaust fluid. You can get it at almost any gas station nowadays. 2.5 gallon jugs. I always suggest having an extra one on hand just in case you run out or you just lose pay attention. It does happen. Kind of like, you used to carry around an extra gallon of gas. It does take a Mobil 1 oil change. And big question I get from people is, what is this? Well, this one's easy. Push and twist. That is a positive jumper connection. So if you ever run the chassis dead, you can jump it with this. The negative post is right there. It's underneath the frame, but you can see it. And it's accessible. But beyond that, the big one to see is this. Mostly because to drop the hood, you gotta lift the hood. I'm doing it with my head, so this is not easy. Almost. Clip it into place, then close the hood. This is a nice looking machine right here. Alright, this one's goofy. I have them both set at 60 pounds, or all 6 of them set at 60 pounds, but these ones are 59 or 61, and the back ones are 58. According to inside the door here, front tires are 61, rear tires are 58. I just have them both set to 60. The front tires are closer to 61. To pop the hood, there's a handle right here, right inside the driver's seat. I will do this last on my second video, but I will point this out. Door has to be open for the diesel. Diesel door is open. You can close the door and still keep warm, but if diesel door is closed, you can't get into it, so you're not going to have anybody stealing diesel from you. Mirrors on this one. Top mirror is heated and power. Bottom one is not heated nor powered. It is manual. You'll have to adjust it with your hands. Going one compartment back, we're going to see compartment doors only go up this high because there's a slide out right there. They don't want them to be up high because then you rip slide or compartment doors off. And the first compartment is a diesel or propane generator. Propane generator on this one needs an oil change every 150 to 200 hours. You do have a start and stop switch here. You won't use that very often. And then oil fill and dipstick, air filter, but not a whole lot more to this. Anything that you might find that you need to know, definitely consult your manual. There's going to be a big one on these, but definitely keep up with your oil changes. Next compartment back is just storage. There is a light back there, but it is just storage. Alright, fun one. I'm going to pause and grab a chair. This might be a little complicated for me, but all right. Make this easy. Black tank's black handle, gray tank's gray handle. Top one's fresh water in. Bottom one's black tank flush. Black tank flush is going to be an upside down sprinkler inside your black tank. Make sure your valve is open when you're doing that, because if not, it will overflow your black tank into your toilet or go up to your roof. Either way, you'll have a crappy day. Outside shower, hot and cold, just in case you get that poo on you. And then you have a valve system here. Right now it is winterized, so it is set to 2 and 4 sanitized winterized lines. That's 2 and 4. But if you're going to be hooked up to the city fixtures or city water and that tap valve, you're going to have it set to 2 and 6. The valve itself on the right will turn clockwise to 6, and then counterclockwise back to 4 or 5, depending on the needs. City fill tank, that means you're going to fill your freshwater tank with city water from a hose. Country fill means you're going to use the same port. All the ones are going to use that port, and it's going to use your pump to suck in from stored water of some sort, something that does not have pressure. So if you collect rainwater, you can actually collect it from and pump it into here. Normal is going to be pulling from your tank. So your freshwater tank is full, you turn on the pump, you'll have pressure to your systems. Sanitized winterized lines, which is set at now because it is winterized. You can use that as well. That's going to go into your gallon jug of antifreeze and then pump it into the house. As well as if you really want to winterize or sanitize your lines, you can take a 10-gallon or 5-gallon bucket, fill it with mostly water, a couple caps of bleach, run it through the system, let it sit for an hour, and then run it through with clean water. That would be the best way to sanitize your lines. And then sanitized tank, which is going to be the same as country fill. Again, back to take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with 4.5 gallons of water, put a little bit of bleach in the bucket, run it into your tank, let it sit, and then pump it through your lines as well. So you can do them both at the same time. You don't have to worry about that. And then make sure you flush really well, because even though we use bleach to clean and we use bleach to sanitize, it is still toxic to humans to consume. So you want to make sure you rinse out very well. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot else in here. You'll see on the left there, not that I can get really close, but there is a freshwater filter. There's a white canister back there. Then low point drains as well. Water pump switch on the top left, and a light switch there as well. A 30-amp plug. That's about 25 feet. That is yours. It will be in the second compartment back. Tail lights on this one are all LED. A 7-way plug and a nice hitch. Rear view camera on this one. It is adjustable. You'll have to get up there and use a Allen wrench. I believe it's a 7mm to adjust that further back if you'd like. A little bit of storage and a light. Water heater. Right now it is bypassed. So right now it is bypassed, so plugs out, it's winterized, it's good to go. No big issues there. Nothing to really concern. Outside speakers, there are 2 of them. There's a switch inside, I'll show you later on. Now there's storage compartment. Furnace. Furnace says it's hot. Don't touch it. It is hot usually. Alright, propane. As of right now, propane is full. It's actually a little over full. There's no gauge inside to tell you that it's full or empty. Just here. All the way on or all the way off. I'm going to leave it on. Ooh, let's just turn it off because I can't actually light that stove without a lighter, and doing that two hands and a camera is not fun. You also have a quick connect for a grill on the outside and the front storage compartment here, and it is prepped for solar, but you'll see that there's a few of those fabric softeners in here. It's actually to help with rodents. Before I stop the video, I'm going to cover a couple more things just before I do so. Alright, so speaker switch right here. Speaker inside and speaker outside. That runs off your dash, nothing else. Awning switch in and out. Power step on and off. And then awning light, which is on your awning. Power step off. That's going to make it so your power or your step does not go in and out when you open and close your door, because if it's on, it's going to go in and out as you open and close your door. If you accidentally leave it off, it's okay, because your ignition will bypass it and will automatically go in even in the switch position. Main power on this one, it's basically a battery disconnect is exactly what it is. Main power, you flip switch, it turns all the power off to the house. Does not kill the power to the chassis. Turn it back on. The use for this is just purely for storage. If you're not plugged in and you're just camping or you're just storing it, turn it off. You don't want your battery to drain. And then you have other switches around here. And then I'm going to cover the jacks before I start the second video. Okay, leveling system on this one. This one's really simple. Your parking brake has to be on. It is a folding parking brake. It is right there next to the seat. It can go down without actually being off, which confuses a lot of people, and we get a lot of problems on just the launch pad alone. I will explain that later. So to level this, hit power and then auto level. Wait for that to finish. Okay, and then you hit auto level. I'm not going to do it right now. I know it works. I just went through it all. Works really well. You can retract, or you can emergency retract, or you can set to manual mode, and you can actually adjust each individual area as you see fit. Smoke detector, smoke detector, fire extinguisher just inside the door. And last but not least, there is a starter kit that comes with this coach. There is a 25-foot safe drinking hose, water pressure regulator, 4 rolls of RV marine toilet paper, a 10-foot sewage hose, a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter. With that adapter, do not run an air conditioner, and 15 drop-ins for your black tank. Back to a 5-gallon bucket. Buy a 5-gallon bucket. They actually sell 3-gallon ones too. It would work too. Fill up 4 gallons of water, drop one of those in, let it dilute, pour it down your toilet. It helps break down the solids and helps with deodorizing your tank. It's definitely something you want to keep, because you want more water in your tank, because the little flush we have ends up being a pyramid of solids on the bottom of your black tank. It's nice to have a little extra water in there, so when you empty it, you don't have to worry about flushing so often. But beyond that, I'm going to stop this and go into a second video.